Hello everyone, I'm Cyrus Webb and welcome to this segment of Cyrus Webb Presents Live in Conversations LA. We're excited to welcome writer and director Alex DeLerma to our program today. We're going to talk to Alex not only about his film, Fear, Love, and Agoraphobia, but what it's been like for him to do what he loves. You definitely don't want to miss it.
It's time to shine, time to shine, so shine on. Ooh, shine on. It's time to shine. It's time to shine. Now's the moment you were created for. And if you feel it's right, come on, let's go. You're in control. So tell me what you want.
Hello everyone and welcome to this edition of Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm live in Los Angeles and I'm so excited to welcome writer and director Alex DeLerma to our program today. We're talking to Alex not only about his film that I had a chance to see called Fear, Love, and Agoraphobia, but also what it's been like for him to work with great people and to bring a dream to life. Alex, thank you so much for the time.
Welcome to LA, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Well, you and I actually have cheated because I got a chance to talk to you on Conversations Live, the radio show.
Yes.
But I'm so excited you could join us here in Los Angeles. First of all, what has it been like for you to see the response to the film?
It's been great. It's exceeded my expectations because you never know. This is my second feature, and I've done several short films and web series. You just never know if it's going to work.
Yeah.
You know, you write the script, and you're like, it's the next Citizen Kane. It's genius, and then you watch it with an audience, and sometimes it's genius, and sometimes it's crickets.
Right. Exactly.
So I always say I have a hard time championing my own stuff. I don't want to be that guy that's thumping my chest. But this has become a little indie sensation, and it's a nice sort of gift for literally years of hard work, by a lot of people. So.
Well, actually, I'm a guy who, when I'm able to go to the movies, which is not very often, I don't go to the movies that often, but I love to watch films on Amazon or through one of the streaming sites. When I watched Fear, Love, and Agoraphobia, there were a couple things that really stood out to me. The conversation between the main character and his mother was so powerful to me about letting go. And when you've given all that you can give, and it's time to be able to let go. And that theme of letting go kind of goes to me throughout the film. Did you go into that, Alex, knowing that was going to be one of the themes?
No, I'll be honest with you. I didn't. The whole theme was, you're trapped, the people who are trapped in their own lives. But that I think what you just described organically just came through in the writing. And then there were little surprises. I do my preparation, my homework, and I've learned over the years to not play the homework, you've got a plan, but then you're with other creative individuals and you want to be constantly looking for inspiration. That can scare some people because then they think, oh, you're not prepared or you're not sure what you want. And a strong leader knows what he wants, and I do. But at the same time, I only know what works in my head. Right. So then I just try to let it go, come into the environment, like when we're shooting or rehearsing or even editing, and just look for inspiration. So one of the examples of that, I'm gonna link this up with how you talked about. There's really a beautiful letting go scene between the mom of the agoraphobic man. He graduated high school. Basically, he's been in her house for like 10 years. He's never gone anywhere. And she's ready to move on. She's got to do stuff with her life. And I'm talking about that scene where she walks into his bedroom, say goodbye, and where she starts to sing to him this German, almost like lullaby, and to kind of cradle him. That was not scripted at all. What happened was that actress, wonderful actress, Alison England, she does everything. She does musical theater as well. And when we were rehearsing earlier, in between rehearsal of different scenes, she would just be off in the corner and she'd be singing. And she started to sing that German song. And I was like, wow, she sounds great. And I was like, what is that? Is that in the public domain? And she's like, I don't know. And then I asked somebody, look that up fast. What's the name of it? And I said, it just sounds like something that might be part of your character's culture. You know, she could be part German. I mean, maybe that was something she sang to her son when he was a kid to soothe him, to put him to sleep. And I thought that would be very interesting. He's a grown man,
Right.
you know, and his mother is trying to soothe him, and that she sort of does that thing like when he's a little boy, like, it's okay, it's going to be all right. And literally, she's like, you really want me to sing to him? I'm like, so we do another take if it doesn't work. Let's just do it, you know?
Right.
We did it, and I was watching this young lady who was our, that day she came on board to be our PA, our production assistant, and she had tears.
Oh, wow.
And I went, cut, yeah, we're going to do that again.
Right.
And so, so that was one of the things that made that letting go more powerful, was just an actress who had a lot of talent,
Right.
and I happened to pick up on something she was doing, and, you know.
Well, that says a lot. One of the things that we covered when I interviewed Alex on the radio show that blends in perfectly with what you just shared is that the cast, this wonderful cast you had an opportunity to work with. I mean, did that make the job even more sweet for you, knowing that we had people who were so invested in bringing this to life?
It did, and it was so easy because most of the people I'd already worked with before, so they trust me. I trust them if they have an idea, or if I ask them to do something wacky, like sing this, you know, 100-year-old, you know, German song, they'll be like, okay, let's try it. So that was great, and the majority of the cast are all members of my acting and directing studio, the Cinema Gym.
Yeah.
So that had always been kind of a dream when I started the studio. Theater companies, many of them will go ahead and produce, you know, plays and put up productions so that their actors can be working in something that's outside the classroom,
Sure.
that's in the real world, and you know, and I thought that would be great if we could, instead of a theater repertory, sort of have like a cinema thing. So far we've done a web series, we did a feature, and now we're shooting a short film.
Wow.
And so it's been really gratifying, yeah.
I want to talk to you about, of course, how our audience can watch the film like I did. We're going to get to that. But I want to say, for those who are just viewing us, you're watching Cyrus Webb Presents Conversations LA, as we like to call it. We're here with writer and director Alex Delermo. We're talking to him not only about a film that you all definitely want to see. It's called Fear, Love, and Agoraphobia, but also what it was like for him to see it brought to life. I have a lot of wild moments in my life.
I got to interject for a second.
Sure.
I have to acknowledge something that you did.
Right.
That cracked me up in a good way.
Okay.
This is the only person, for people who aren't in the industry, interviewers, reviewers, they get free screeners. That means they're seeing the movie for free. So you had already seen the movie, and then you had written something about it nice, and then you went, when it was released on video on demand, you actually bought it, and then you wrote a review, and I was like, who does that? So thank you very much.
Oh,
that was really great. That was really cool.
You know, I know the hard work that goes into projects like this.
Thanks for the support.
And I like to do it. And plus, I like to show people that, hey, I'm willing to spend my money on it. You should spend your money on it.
That's great, man.
And you're right, even though I did already see that.
Thank you.
But was that a wow moment for you, knowing that all the hard work, Alex, that you have put into this, that now the world can be able to view this and to be able to see the story?
Yeah. Because I'm a huge cinema nut, and I mean I'm a hardcore Turner Classic Movies fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm one of those guys, and my mom's the same way. Like when I visit her, we'll be up like at 1, 2 in the morning. Like, let's see what's on TCM. If it's a silent film, it's something from the 30s, the 40s, and we'll sit there and watch it. We'll talk about it because she's a movie nut too. And I'll watch some of these old films, and I'll just think, this is so cool that you've got, a director like Howard Hawks or an actor who has been gone for a long time, and their work is still here, and we can enjoy it, and that it's not only entertaining us, but if it's a really good movie, it's entertaining us, and it's also educating us, and maybe we're not even aware of that.
Yeah.
You know, which is where plays and things all started back in the day, to before the printing press, you know, to entertain, and for some screenwriters who wanted to educate the masses, you know, and help them. That was their tool,
Right.
you know, and so that's still continuing today. So it's great, man. It's like the best. It's
Yeah.
the best.
And part of that also, letting the project being brought to life, you now have so many avenues to be able to promote it, aka social media.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that, because that is one of the ways that the film is using to be able to get the word out, and you have been using to spread the word. What has it been like for you to use that platform to share with the world?
It's fantastic. When I did my first feature film, the internet was around, of course, but social media wasn't anywhere near where it is now. And boy, I just remember publicizing it, trying to publicizing it, and just struggling because we have a very modest budget. And that film, I felt like it could have done better than it did if it were made today, with this environment, with different people and outlets that are available through social media, through the different unconventional, I don't want to say unconventional, but an alternate press that now exists.
Right.
That is online. I read some great movie reviews and things online by people who supposedly aren't, the big shots.
Right.
Somebody who's big. People I respect, Joe Morgenstern, Kenneth Turan, but people who are articulate, they love movies, and it's wild. There's just so much out there, and it really helps people who are trying to work in a very expensive art form,
Yes.
which, with cinema, and now with the technology,
Yes.
and all of it, it's amazing.
It is. So our audience out there, you definitely want to go see this film. Again, it's called Fear, Love, and Agoraphobia. As you know, it is available at other places. I always promote Amazon because I love Amazon.
Right on.
But you have a great way for our audience to stay connected with the film. Alex, let them know how they can do that.
Thanks. Thank you. Yes, you can check out our website on www.fearloveandagoraphobia.com. You can also follow Fear, Love, and Agoraphobia on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
All right.
And we're just constantly posting things like there's going to be a link to this and trailers and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, you guys definitely want to watch this, especially if you've never been around someone who is agoraphobic. This film is not only showing you what their life was like, but also ways that we are all kind of trapped in our own situations. So, Alex, thank you so much for the time. Really
Thank
appreciate
you, man.
you being able to stop by. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations LA. Here, of course, for Cyrus Webb Presents. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Until next time, have a great day.
It's time to shine, time to shine. So shine.